Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out today's video. Today we're going to look at the space, make a plan for it, and try to hit it for 3 stars. Now, immediately when I look at this, I can zoom out a little bit, you can immediately see there is a nice negative space L shape like this, right? Let me get rid of that. So what I'm thinking is, right, you got sweeper pointed this way, you got a sweeper pointed this way, right? That big negative space basically cuts the base for me into this. Let's do this. You have this bigger 3/4 here, right? That's this here. So that's pretty good pathing if you want to do hogs, miners, whatever. And then you have this top quarter over here, right? This. And we just have to decide what we want to do, right? This is our kill squad area, the red box, right? The green box will be our main push with our army. Whatever we decide to do, whether it's Sui Hero, QueenCharge, or Kill Squad, maybe even E-Drags, whatever, this base cuts natural pathing for us, so I want to take advantage of that. Now, let's go ahead and take all this away. So if I'm coming into this area here, okay, because the sweeper is pointed like this, I don't necessarily want to take E-Drag Kill Squad into there. I'm not even really a huge fan of queen charging into there, but I do see value with the queen charge there because if I take a kill squad in there, I will probably get all of this, right? The problem is because everybody's putting their spring traps away from the town hall now, you could almost guarantee there's spring traps all in here, and probably at least those two places. I don't think anywhere else really makes sense. But if I send bowlers in there, they're going to go springing off the map, and I won't get as much value out of them, which means I probably won't take down this row of junk out here, right? I may get some of it, but I won't get it all. I want to take down all of that and get that pathing perfect. So if I queen charge into here, right? Say I wall break here, get the queen in here, she'll take down this whole thing, including the enemy queen. And then I don't think she'll pull the CC either unless she breaks out and goes over there. And then we can Lalo whichever direction we want because the sweeper is facing like this. It doesn't matter if we come this side or this side, right? Either way, same benefit. It's an identical layout on both sides, so it's perfectly symmetrical. So if that's the case, right, how do we funnel our queen into this area? Okay, I think we do that. I mean, I could run the king here and just run him all the way across there, wall break while he's running, and then send the queen in after, right? Or I could put the king here, have him take down all of this, and a baby dragon up here to take that down. Have the queen walk into here, right? Well, she'll walk from here. She'll take this down. Then she'll take down the air defense, then the mortar, and then the archer tower, and that'll give me time to break into here. I think I am going to do that. We'll do the king's color blue, right? The king will be responsible for just this here. We'll do like that. Okay, then we will go with we'll do the baby dragon in yellow, and he'll be responsible just for this side of the funnel. There we go. And then we'll go with the green for the queen, right? So the queen is actually going to be responsible for all of this. Okay. So that just leaves us with how do we want to handle the other side? I'm thinking Lalo because Lalo is so strong and the pathing is so narrow on this. But we could do almost anything because if you look, we're taking down a multi-target Inferno and 3 splash damage wizard towers. We only have 2 wizard towers, 2 Infernos left, but If I'm using my king to funnel, I won't have him to funnel my miners or hogs out here on the side, which I really like doing that. And with Lalo, you don't need the funnel. Lalo, you can just go in because they only target defenses and they have hounds to tank for them. Which is why when I do hogs, I like having a funnel cut for them because they don't have anything tanking for them, and the king provides a little tanking for them up front. So we'll Lalo, and whichever side the queen ends up on, it's hard to say if she's gonna end up on this side or on this side when she comes out of this initial box here, right? But whichever side she ends up on, I think we'll Lalo the other side. So if she ends up down here, then I'll start my Lalo this direction. So if we're gonna Lalo, I mean the plan's the same either direction, right? But we can direct target here, we can direct target here. We can also direct target these all here, right? Leading into the town hall. And that will, one, cut this funnel here to force the balloons around and into the town hall instead of having what can happen, okay? The balloons come here, then here, maybe split like this, right? And then here, they come down into here. And what happens is they come here and they get hung up on all this while the town hall is shooting at them, right? Well, we don't want that. So we'll make sure to drop balloons here. We'll save a bunch of balloons to come in and make sure we cut into the town hall. There's probably Teslas here if I had to guess. Maybe the tornado trap so that you can't sui the town hall. But yeah, so that's gonna be the plan. It'll be like a two lava hound Lalo. And I'll train this up, and as soon as I'm ready, we will go ahead and give this a try. I'll be right back. Okay, the army is ready. I hit this once already and time failed it. My wall breakers split in a funny way, and in fact, I'll show that to you after this. Okay, so king here. Now, I'm not recording the voiceover of this live, but I'm gonna have to voice over it just because I was in a place where I couldn't record audio. Clash hitting on the road. I think everybody here knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes you're out, you have war hits to do, you got no choice. Anyway, so I put the queen here and a wall break. Now, I didn't want that high of a wall break, but my queen here is going down. I have to hit the ability. It all just kind of fizzled out. I kind of wish I went with the initial plan where the king ran down that entire side and cleared it all out first. I think that would have worked a little bit better for the wall break, but I do manage to get the queen in here. Not ideal. On the first raid, it actually went better, even though the wall breakers broke funny, but they broke open a compartment that I couldn't get to the Inferno, and I had to use the Stone Slammer to get the Inferno, and I still almost tripled, but you'll see that later. So the queen here is getting the eagle, fighting the sweeper. I'm having to use another freeze spell here because the queen, I already used her ability and I can't risk the enemy queen taking down my queen. So here we go. She's going to slowly take her down. And then we're going to work on these walls a little bit. And now I go, okay, she's going to go south, so I'm going to come in from the north. And on the other raid, she went north, so I came in from the south. But we'll get to that later. Stone Slammer in, balloons in. Here we go, trying to cut that side off so the balloons don't go outside the town hall. Everything's looking pretty good. Queen took care of the baby dragon. And the warden's going in with the balloons. Tesla farm popped up. Here we go. Freeze the town hall. Balloons are going really slow into there. I'm trying to be as patient as I can with that warden ability. And there we go. Hit the warden. Queen's still up, but the hound found her. And so did all those point defenses. Luckily, she didn't weaken the hound enough that it popped. So at this point, the raid is looking pretty good. Use my final haste to get through that Expo and Inferno. Get a really bad split on the balloons, but that's okay. That initial group of balloons is still going to get that Inferno down. And the rest is just cleanup. And then the hound does pop here at the end, actually. And I have a poison spell, but I swagged it. Didn't think that helm was gonna pop, to be honest. And then it did, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have swagged that poison. But yeah, okay. So let's look at the replay and just look at the difference between the two raids because it's actually a little different. Okay, let's take a look at the first time I hit that base. I think it was with Airsick. No, it was, yeah, it was Airsick. Here we go. So, I'm on a _2 here. I did the same plan with the king, which made it really hard to wall break. Now, look at this. The wall breakers split in two different directions. One group's here, one group is here. And we're going to open both sides, but the queen decides to come in to here. Now, the problem with that is, right, you have two Inferno towers here that are going to cook your healers, whichever side that they're on. And that's a problem, right? She doesn't get that Inferno tower down. Now she comes into range of this one. The king did manage to get in there, but that's not helpful. Or I guess it is, but not enough. I then decide to send the slammer for the Inferno here. I do manage to get the queen down. I haven't wasted any freezes really, other than the wall break, but got to freeze the Inferno. I have to haste in these balloons to save the healers, and it's a mess. It's a total mess. The warden ends up with the queen for the time being. He comes back for the balloons. We do manage to get through the town hall, find the tornado trap. The queen is doing all kinds of work, and I still thought this raid was going to triple at this point. I was like, well, there's still hope. I have a little bit of cleanup. I still have a freeze, which I'm going to use now. Should have froze the archer tower, but that's okay. The archer tower Inferno. But anyways, the queen there broke in the wall after the king, and he takes her down. And now the raid is hopeless because she needed to get this up here, right? But it did end up still very close. So I knew if I reran the plan and just executed better, I could pull it off. So, okay, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you for checking it out. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.